Hello everyone, it's an honor to contribute to the Ethics of Song series organized by the University of Toronto's Centre for Ethics. I'm Antía González Ben, an assistant professor of music education in the Faculty of Music at the University of Toronto. I specialize in philosophy of music education. My scholarship interrogates socio-historical discourses of music education in music education and focusing on the power effects that these discourses produce. Prior to serving the U of T community, I was a public school teacher in Madison, Wisconsin. And although I lived in the US for almost a decade, I was born and raised in Galicia, a territory located in the northwesternmost corner of the Iberian Peninsula. Galicia is part of modern-day Spain, but the area has a distinct geopolitical trajectory and cultural identity that predates that of the Spanish state. For example, Galicians speak Galego, an official language in the Galician territory, and we also have a distinctive musical heritage that includes bagpipes, tambourines, drums, and that is often categorized as Celtic. The song I'm privileged to present today, Que non mo neguen, They Can't Deny It, is written and performed by Tanxugeiras. Que non mo neguen is the 9th track of the group's eponymous debut album. Tanxugeiras is a Galician music trio composed of Aida Tarrio and twin sisters Olaya and Sabela Maneiro. The group has been together since 2016, and their repertoire combines renditions of songs from the Galician folklore with original songs like Que non mo neguen. Likewise, the three self-identified women sing while accompanying themselves with Galician tambourines, like this one, following on the footsteps of traditional Galician cantareiras. However, Tanxugeiras also collaborate with Galician and non-Galician artists of different styles, and they enjoy incorporating non-traditional musical tropes in their music. For example, in Que non mo neguen, the instrumentation includes voice, tambourines, the hurdy-gurdy, the accordion, the bass drum. All are traditional Galician instruments. But these instruments are joined by less frequent Galician instruments in Galician music, like the bass clarinet, the double bass, the flute, the harp, the vibraphone, the guitar. Furthermore, Que non mo neguen is in a 6/8 meter, which is very typical in traditional Galician music, as can be heard in the popular dance form, the muñeira. After each chorus, the song includes a bridge where different instruments take turns to improvise. These bridges distance the sound from what a traditional Galician sound would sound like, exemplifying once again the group's embracing of traditional and non-traditional musical tropes. Now I'll move into my exploration of the ethical dimensions of Que non mo neguen. To guide that reflection, I'll use as my conceptual lens Michel Foucault's writings on the ancient Greek practice of parrhesia. Understood through the writings of Foucault, parrhesia refers to the central practice of frank speech in ancient Greek and Roman ethics. A parrhesiatic act entails, according to Foucault, perpetually examining the consistency of what one believes to be true and reflecting on who is entitled to speak that truth, even if, in so doing, the parrhesiast risks personal harm. Let me repeat that. Parrhesia calls for examining the consistency of what one believes to be true, reflecting on who is entitled to speak that truth, and exposing oneself to personal harm while doing so. In Que non mo neguen, Aida, Olaya, and Sabela seem to examine and assert the consistency of their very existence, and in so doing, also consider and confirm whether they are entitled to speak it into the world in musical form. The song's lyricism is illustrative here. For example, the narrator opens up sentencing her strength and her freedom to do as she pleases. Then she declares her freedom to sing aloud in her mother tongue, Galego, and to have fun singing and partying both by herself and with other women, regardless of them being single or married. To anyone who tries to stop the narrator from living her life, the lyrics go, a bad fever should take them. In sum, the lyrics of Que non mo neguen, which you can read in English in the video description, assert a consistent way of being as a fun-loving, Galego-speaking, and sister-supporting woman. As they sing it, the three women that make up Tanxugeiras also embody this subject position. Given the boldness and the retranca, a characteristically Galician sense of humor charged with irony of these lyrics, que non mo neguen may come out as frivolous and inconsequential. However, as with all music, the larger socio-political context provides further insight into the meaning of the track. In 2018, the year when this song was released, 47 women were killed in Spain at the hands of their male partners. Also, the Royal Academy of the Galician language issued a report indicating that negative stereotypes about Galego speakers had intensified in recent years and that the ongoing process of decline of active Galego speakers had accelerated beyond their predictions, particularly among young people. Furthermore, in 2018, the 5 men that sexually assaulted an 18-year-old woman during the San Fermin celebrations in Pamplona were found not guilty of sexual aggression and released from prison in what came to be known as the La Manada or Wolf Pack case. And this case was finally revoked by the Supreme Court in June of 2019. As these examples illustrate, to be a single or a married woman and to live without fear and to feel safe while enjoying oneself at a party, or to proudly speak Galego, were certainly not shared truths, to use Foucault's words, in Galicia in 2018, and they still aren't. Rather than feeling paralyzed by this reality, Tanxugeiras chose to express through music what perhaps could not yet be said so boldly or otherwise. Despite being confronted with opposing messages, Tanxugeiras spoke their existence as fun-loving, sister-supporting, Galego-speaking women in a courageous act of reflection about the consistency of their sense of self or their truth, of expression of their right to self-affirmation, of their voice, and of their vulnerability by doing so. In this sense, although Tanxugeiras are hopefully not at risk of physical harm, there is still an ontological threat that comes with speaking one's existence into the world and being overlooked or intentionally denied as an artist and as a woman. Yet, as with any song, the meaning of Que non mo neguen goes beyond its lyrics. In this case, the structure, the melody, and the tonality, or in this case, the modality of the piece, reinforce and expand the message contained in its lyrics. As I mentioned before, the female voice tambourine combo is common in Galician music and is known as the cantareira style. Cantareiras are groups of women who get together to share their experiences and enjoy themselves through music. Cantareira songs are often sung from a woman's perspective, and they focus on issues that affect women in particular, such as female beauty standards or marital advice, marital relationships. Que non mo neguen is sung following a call and response pattern, with the response being a repetition of the call, either in unison, in the third, or in the octave, as it's typical in the cantareira style. Melody-wise, Que non mo neguen is built on variations of one arc-shaped 4-meter phrase sung in the dominant or the tonic. Moreover, the melody stays within a short and comfortable range and moves in conjunct motion, which makes it easy to and accessible for most. Finally, the song is in Mixolydian mode, a major scale with a minor 7th, which is a familiar and easy modality for a Galician ear to follow. The cantareira characteristics I just listed not only make it easy for the cantareiras themselves to partake in the song, they also ensure that Tanxugeiras' targeted audience, any Galego-speaking, fun-loving, sister-supporting women out there, can sing along. Hence, as I see it, in Que non mo neguen, Tanxugeiras are not only speaking their existence into the world, they're also extending an invitation to their listeners to speak their own existence into the world and back to themselves. Finally, Tanxugeiras released a music video of the song Que non mo neguen on YouTube, which is linked in the description. This video features the artists themselves, interspersed with footage from other strong and free Galician women, quote to quote the song. These include Luz Fandiño, a poet, Gloria Leis, a shellfish catcher, which is a traditional women's occupation in Galicia, Anxos Bahamonde and Sara Espino, a mom and a daughter, and Estrella Sanchez, a scientist, and Isabel Neira, a lathe operator. And these last two are not so common women's occupations in Galicia. By featuring themselves surrounded by a group of women that are also strong and free in different ways, the video further reinforces the song's lyrical and sound musical message. In closing, according to Foucault, by eliciting reflection on how people think about and govern themselves, Parrhesia opens up possibilities for people to detach themselves from existing sociocultural norms of what is normal, righteous, and good, and what is deviant, sinful, and bad. At the same time, Parrhesia creates opportunities for establishing less conditioned and ultimately more ethical relations. As a song that fearlessly affirms a Galego-speaking, fun-loving, and sister-supporting way of being a woman, and that does so, as I see it, in the hopes that it would not only affirm the existence of the Tanxugeiras singers, but also of their listeners, or their audience, Que Non Mo Neguen is, in my opinion, a song that embodies the principles of Parrhesia. As such, it offers us a musical model for how one may exist ethically in the world. Thanks for watching this exploration. I now invite you to go ahead and listen to the song Que Non Mo Neguen and other songs by Tanxugeiras. And please share your thoughts and reactions to this video in the comment section. I love to read what other people are thinking about this topic. And thank you. Bye.